Tom Lehrer, musical satirist. With a dark streak, dies at 97. Tom Lehrer, the popular and erudite song satirist who lampooned marriage, politics, racism, and the Cold War, then largely abandoned his music career to return to teaching math at Harvard and other universities, has died. He was 97. Longtime friend David Herder said Lehrer died Saturday at his home in Cambridge, Massachusetts. He did not specify a cause of death. Lehrer had remained on the math faculty of the University of California at Santa Cruz well into his late 70s. In 2020, he even turned away from his own copyright, granting the public permission to use his lyrics in any format without any fee in return. A Harvard prodigy, he had earned a math degree from the institution at age 18. Lehrer soon turned his very sharp mind to old traditions and current events. His songs included Poisoning Pigeons in the Park, The Old Dope Peddler, set to a tune reminiscent of The Old Lamplighter, Be Prepared, in which he mocked the Boy Scouts, and The Vatican Rag, in which Lehrer, an atheist, poked at the rites and ceremonies of the Roman Catholic Church. Sample lyrics: get down on your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head with great respect, and genuflect, genuflect, genuflect. Accompanying himself on piano, he performed the songs in a colorful style reminiscent of such musical heroes as Gilbert and Sullivan and Stephen Sondheim, the latter a lifelong friend. Lehrer was often likened to such contemporaries as Alan Sherman and Stan Freyberg for his comic riffs on culture and politics, and he was cited by Randy Newman and Weird Al Yankovic, among others, as an influence. He mocked the forms of music he didn't like: modern folk songs, rock and roll, and modern jazz, laughed at the threat of nuclear annihilation, and denounced discrimination. But he attacked in such an erudite, even polite manner that almost no one objected. Tom Lehrer is the most brilliant song satirist ever recorded, musicologist Barry Hansen once said. Hansen co-produced the 2000 boxed set of Lehrer's songs, The Remains of Tom Lehrer, and had featured Lehrer's music for decades on his syndicated Dr. Demento radio show. Lehrer's body of work was actually quite small, amounting to about 3 dozen songs. When I got a funny idea for a song, I wrote it. And if I didn't, I didn't, Lehrer told the Associated Press in 2000 during a rare interview. I wasn't like a real writer who would sit down and put a piece of paper in the typewriter. And when I quit writing, I just quit. It wasn't like I had writer's block. He'd gotten into performing accidentally when he began to compose songs in the early 1950s to amuse his friends. Soon he was performing them at coffee houses around Cambridge, Massachusetts, while he remained at Harvard to teach and obtain a master's degree in math. He cut his first record in 1953, Songs by Tom Lehrer, which included I Wanna Go Back to Dixie, lampooning the attitudes of the Old South, and the Fight Fiercely Harvard, suggesting how a prissy Harvard blue blood might sing a football fight song. After a 2-year stint in the Army, Lehrer began to perform concerts of his material in venues around the world. In 1959, he released another LP called More of Tom Lehrer and a live recording called An Evening Wasted with Tom Lehrer, nominated for a Grammy for Best Comedy Performance, Musical, in 1960. But around the same time, he largely quit touring and returned to teaching math, though he did some writing and performing on the side. Lehrer said he was never comfortable appearing in public. I enjoyed it up to a point, he told the AP in 2000. But to me, going out and performing the concert every night when it was all available on record would be like a novelist going out and reading his novel every night. He did produce a political satire song each week for the 1964 television show That Was the Week That Was, a groundbreaking topical comedy show that anticipated Saturday Night Live a decade later. He released the songs the following year in an album titled That Was the Year That Was. The material included Who's Next, that ponders which government will be the next to get the nuclear bomb. Perhaps Alabama? He didn't need to tell his listeners that it was a bastion of segregation at the time. Pollution takes a look at the then-new concept that perhaps rivers and lakes should be cleaned up.